I filed an agenda item, quote, if appropriate legislation has been enacted, and the purpose was just to preserve the right to cancel or reschedule the financial town meeting. We obviously don't have the appropriate legislation. So it's really no purpose to consider that.
Nice to keep trying.
I didn't have an opportunity before to ask my question. This is about the notice of proposed tax rate change.
Okay.
This is an official form. This form is called, Town of Tiverton, Rhode Island, Notice of Proposed Tax Rate Change. This is calling for a proposed tax increase of 9%. This has been filed with the state. My question to the town council is, are you aware of this document? Did you approve this document? Your name is on it, Mr. Bowles.
Signature on it? I signed?
No, your signature is not on it, but it has in fact been filed with the state.
I signed a notice that's similar to the document you have in your hand. I signed
On 4/6.
yeah.
So that is my second question. The state is now looking at two different documents, one for a 4.3% increase, and another one for a 9.04% increase.
There are any other documents that I understand that the council took a vote to send some information to the state or ask for an advisory opinion. And so instructed Mr. Gonzalo to ask for that advisory opinion. The documents that he sent, I don't think the members of the council have seen.
So an official form with the following statement: the above property tax estimates have been computed in a manner approved by the Rhode Island State of Revenue. So these numbers have been inputted into this official form and submitted to the state without approval and knowledge of the town council. Is that right?
No, I say the town council instructed the administrator to ask for an advisory on what we could possibly exceed the cap based on the revenue numbers that we were getting or anticipated the loss of revenue. The document that he submitted was the document he submitted. I will refer to him so he can try to answer your question.
If I may. The April 6th document that you have, my first comment is that you're taking documents out of context. Now,
I'm taking,
yes.
is this an official form?
Let me explain.
Okay.
There was a letter that was that covered that document, the 4/6 one.
Got it.
And there were sheets, there were two other sheets, worksheets behind
Got
that
that too.
document.
Got it.
They were all labeled request for. And if you would just read the title of the first one, dated 4/6, that has Mr. Boland's signature.
Note, Town of Tiverton, Rhode Island, Notice of Proposed Tax Rate Change.
Okay.
They're both
Now
exactly the same.
Now, the two sheets that followed that sheet, do you have those?
Correct?
Do you?
Oh, yes.
Could you read the title on the first or the third sheet and fourth sheet
That's irrelevant.
of the April 6th document?
Well, that's not pertaining to my question.
Well, you're taking things out of context.
An official
I'm trying to
form.
explain the
I don't think I
difference.
am.
I'm trying to explain the difference to you. Okay, can you read the title so that everybody can take advantage of it? Can you read the title at the top of the third and fourth sheet attached to the April 6th
I
document?
apologize, Mr. Gonzalo, but I'm not really getting an answer to my question.
I'm trying to give it to you.
I don't think you are.
I'm trying to illustrate to you the difference between them. Because if you look at the second one that does not have Mr. Boland's signature and has 4 sheets of paper, the first sheet indicates twice that it's just an inquiry for eligibility. The second sheet is exactly the same. And the third and fourth sheets, the word request is eliminated, and what's put in its place is eligibility. The first set of documents, dated April the 6th, are the official documents. Those are the documents that have been published. That's the official document. The second set of documents are the documents that the Department of Revenue requires in order to make an evaluation.
Well,
So you can't take them out of context
I think,
and say that the second one is what we're going by. And you know as well as I do that the second set of documents is just an inquiry.
it doesn't say that. This is an
You're
official
taking it
form.
out of context again. You're taking one sheet of paper out of a packet of 4.
Is this or is this not an official form that's used to inform the state of proposed tax rate?
It is that type of form.
It is.
Which is a form that they need to make an evaluation.
So you're requesting an evaluation for a proposed tax rate of 9%.
Yes, that's what it amounts to. We're not-
Without
we're
the
not-
town
let me-
council's signature or without their approval.
Hold on,
Right.
can I just
Approval?
interject to something? I think Mr. Gonzalo is correct, that you are taking and making one sheet of paper. We asked for, as you know, the information that the taxpayers are entitled to at the financial town meeting. I hope it's not your position that they are not entitled to know what what are the parameters if they do exceed the tax.
Well, here is exactly my position. I get lots of questions as president of TCC. When people ask me, what is the town council asking for? I have to answer this. There's 2 exact forms that have been filed with the state. One calls for staying under the state cap, and the other one calls for 9%. One of them has been approved by the town council, one of them has not. And that is the truth. That's a statement of fact.
I don't-
And
I don't-
whether or not it's within the context of some checklist that was part of this package, I think is a separate question altogether.
I think you are a master at taking things out of context and showing one sheet. That sheet was a cover letter to that sheet. And perhaps you should read the cover letter to the sheet.
I have the cover letter, and on the cover letter, it says, as a matter of fact, there are 2 statements here I'd like to bring our attention to. In the email itself, it says, please find documentation regarding the town of Tiverton's request for eligibility for voters of the financial town meeting to take a vote to exceed the tax cap. That was in the email. Now, in this cover letter, what are we seeing? Please find the proposed tax rate change to assist your analysis in reviewing our position.
Can I see that letter? Because I would like to read some other sentences.
It also says this is not a request for a waiver. It says that in the cover letter. However, that's not referred to anywhere in this document.
The cover letter is the determining document.
The cover letter is not an official form.
The loan that you are waiving to all the taxpayers was attached to the cover letter. The Department of Revenue is saying to the town, look, give us the parameters of what you're talking about. May I have the cover letter? Because I would like to read what Mr. Gonzalo did put in the cover letter. Okay?